Hello, it's me, Stephen, here from the internetmarketinggrowth.com, and today, do you want to know how to grow your Facebook page for your business and the strategies that I use? Exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Before we start this video today on how to grow your Facebook pages for business, with the tips and strategies from my experience, I just want to ask you a question. Okay? Just a simple question. How and what are you doing to grow your Facebook page? Now, just tell me below with the comments. I would love to know, and I'll comment back. Before I start explaining my tips and strategies on growing a Facebook page for business, I just want to come up with a simple understanding for you. Now, a lot of people don't recognize or understand this as actually happening. Now, first of all, your Facebook page is a community, and you've got to nurture that community with content. That's pretty much common sense. But Facebook, if you post a piece of content, you're only going to go out to less than 1% of your following. So that's 1 in 100. And that's only if it goes viral and you get comments, likes and shares. So Facebook, if you're not going to start getting, Facebook says, if you're not going to start getting those comments and likes and shares at the beginning of when you post your piece of content, it's not going to go viral. Not just to everyone else on Facebook, but not even going to go viral to your Facebook followers or community. So you need to be producing content that gets those likes and gets those comments. Or the other way to do this is you've got to pay Facebook to post your post out to your followers on Facebook. And that costs money. So you've got to have a plan of content and analyze the content that you're posting to see what works and what doesn't. And if a piece of content doesn't go viral, then it's not worth developing again. Maybe it's the topic, maybe it's the content type, maybe it's you're not doing something correct. But if you find a piece of content goes viral and it goes out to maybe 10% of your audience, you've done it. And that is the type of content you should be posting and developing in the future. Here is my first strategy on growing a Facebook page for a business or a blog or just from a community point of view. And that is creating content which targets your followers' value proposition. Now, you're going to go, oh, obviously I'm producing content which is targeting their value proposition, but are you really targeting their needs, their pains and their wants? And are you giving content which gives gains to your followers? Because if you do, you're going to have those likes and you're going to have those comments, and hopefully you get even more shares. Now, how do you do this? Now, first of all, what I do is when I start a Facebook page, I produce a list of people who I want to follow. So obviously it might be more women than men, for example. It might be a target group of within an age between 30 to 40, for example. It might be dads, might be moms, it might be grandparents, it might be people who are doing marketing. I produce a list of the people as target markets. Then I produce for each of them, I normally try to do 5 to 10 of these, by the way, as lists. I produce lists of their pains, their needs, and their wants. Okay? Then I use that as a content plan of what content I should be developing. Because, for example, a few years ago, actually quite a few years ago now, at 10, I had a Facebook page for an educational topic with people with difficulties. Okay? Now, what I did was the content I was producing was often, this is the problem, how to solve it. I put out questions on my Facebook page. Hey, what's your biggest problem in da 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 da? And please comment below. And people did. And these topics went viral. The content which I put, let's say the top 10 tips for, got likes and shares and got comments. But I didn't just say top 10 for, I narrowed down their value proposition to their biggest pains, and that was the content I was producing. Now, for this group here, for internet or website here, which consultancy we run, the internetmarketinggrowth.com, what are your biggest pains? And that is you want to grow. And that's the content which we specifically target, is growth content. And really, it's really about putting content out there which is really strictly hitting that value proposition of your followers. Strategy number 2 on growing your Facebook page for your business. I'm a believer in analysing as much as I can on moving forward. Now, what I mean by this is I look at the content I'm posting. Okay, is it going viral? Am I getting those likes and comments and shares? If not, I'm doing something wrong. And what I mean by this is, what I'm doing wrong, I want to narrow it down. Because if I can work out what's going to go viral for my followers, then that means all my other followers are going to hopefully get those impressions and see my posts on the Facebook page. Now, for example, first of all, narrow down your topic. We discussed that in the last tip, strategy. But is the content that you're posting, this type of content, working for you? So for example, videos. I'm doing videos, I'm posting them on YouTube. That's our strategy. And I'm also posting them on my Facebook page. Now, they do better on one than they do the other. But I need to analyse. Now, is it the thumbnail which isn't working for me? Is it the topic which isn't working for me? You can actually split test, for example, your thumbnail on Facebook page, for example, the post. So for example, what you can do is when you post something, it doesn't go out viral, why not change your thumbnail to a second version of it and try again, but pay for the ad. And what you might see is it goes viral. Then you can do the same thing again and test another thumbnail. And if that gets a better impression rate, you know that thumbnail is better than the other two. And then what you can do is then you can pay for another ad on just the third thumbnail, and it will go viral. It might even be your title. Now, are you using keywords within your title which targets the value proposition? You've really got to test different things which work and don't work. And you can either do that on multiple posts, for example, posting it 5 times over a month and changing the title, or post it 5 times with 5 different thumbnails. When it works, that's what you use in the future. Testing and retesting will help you move forward, make adjustments and move forward. That is an important tip to building your success and getting yourself viral on your Facebook page for your business. Are you finding these strategies interesting to grow your Facebook page? Are you going to go out now, finishing from this video later in a few minutes, and are you going to use these strategies, put them into place? If you are, I would like to ask you to give me a high five. And you're going to go, hey, how can I give this guy a high five? Can you give me a little like at the bottom there, please? Give us a thumbs up. Click a like. That tells me that you find this video interesting. Your hypothetical high five, if you can give me one, please. See, that's a hypothetical high five, and that lets me know that you like what you're watching and you find it interesting. Here is my next strategy on growing your Facebook page for your business. Now, are you posting your content at the right time of day and the right day of the week? Now you're going to go, that's a bit daft. Actually, that's very important. Now, for example, go into your analytics and see which countries your followers are coming from. Now, if you, for example, have a huge following in the UK, in Australia, and in the US, you've got 3 time zones that maybe, let's say, if they're each 33% of your followers, you're going to be missing out. When you post something in Australia, the time of Australia, you're going to miss out the people in the UK because they're most likely asleep. It's a 12-hour difference. Now, for example, if you post something for 9 o'clock in the UK, your Australian fans are only going to get that post at 9 o'clock at night, for example, or 6 to 9 o'clock at night. Now, let's say you have a following which is 50% from the US and you're happy with that. Post in their time zones across the US throughout the day. If you want to have more followers in the future from the UK, for example, then promote it during that time of day, your posts. Now, what you can do to grow your following for a specific country is why not try posting it at between 7 and 9 in the morning, for example. That's when people are going to work and most likely looking on Facebook, or at lunchtime, or from 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock at night. And what you'll find is if you pay for an ad to go out at those times, you're going to target directly those individuals who are your potential followers in that country. Another thing to think about is the day of the week. Now, there is a comedy series on Facebook. I can never remember her name. Sorry, the group of Irish lads, absolutely funny, but they only post one day a week on a Thursday. And everybody knows on a Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, again, Irish time, GMT, at 9 o'clock there'll be a new video. And they tell everyone that. They say in every video, at Thursday at 9 o'clock, we're going to be posting that video for you guys to watch. And how's that actually quite interesting? First of all, people know at 9 o'clock that post is going to go out. But it gives them a week to create value piece of content. And what they post is always at a very high standard and very, very funny. Maybe that's a strategy that you can use. You can put on your banner on top of your Facebook page, posting every Wednesday. And you post a piece of content every Wednesday. And what happens is, psychologically, people who are your main followers will know that. And if it doesn't go viral, they will check back on your Facebook page to see that latest piece of content. But what you can do is also pay for that Facebook post to go out to your following at that time, or on that specific day. Here is my next strategy to growing your Facebook page for your business. As I've mentioned before, if you don't go viral, what you have an effect of is you're not going to go out to your followers in your Facebook page. But, and I say but, what I do is for the Internet Marketing Growth fan page, followers page, I post content a number of times a week 2 or 3 posts every day, because I know that sometimes a piece of content might only go out to 3 or 4% of my following. And the end of the day is what I want is for people to, if it's not the full 100%, which I have to pay for sometimes, if I'm posting 30 times a week, 30 different pieces of content, I'm going to hopefully go out to 3% each time. I'm going to be seen once, hopefully, by every follower on my group, on my Facebook page. Now, over time of posting content, I begin to realize by looking at my analytics what pieces of content goes viral and what doesn't. Now, therefore, the ones which don't go viral, I'm going to talk German here because I'm in Germany, away with you. The ones which I know go viral, I put into my Social Pilot social media management software that I use on a daily basis, and I sequence. I place in a timetable per day 3 pieces of content, and I know that it's going to go out viral. And because I know that on average they go 3%, for example, I know, some go 7, I know that it's going to go viral within my Facebook following. I'm trying to think now. I've got a bit of a mind blank. Okay. A tip for you to do, and I mentioned that you should only post content, repost content that is actually useful and people find interesting. Now, what you can do is you can look at analytical software and actually see the most times people open your posts. Now, Social Pilot doesn't do this. I don't know specifically which one does, but I do know some of my clients, for example, do use software like this when they post content, and they know that, for example, at 1 o'clock every day, they have the highest rate of success for open rates. And that's very useful to know. Here is my biggest tip and biggest strategy on growing your Facebook page for your business. And it is a very, very simple one. It is about planning the content that you are going to be posting in the future. Okay? So many people I speak to in different businesses, when I sit down with clients, I ask, do you have a plan for your posting and content that you're going to be producing in the next 3 to 6 months? And many companies don't. They reckon 60% of companies don't have a plan for content creation. End of the day, Facebook or any social media is free marketing for you, in the sense of it's going to be going out to your target audience if you target it correctly. Now, but you need to be producing that content. And so many businesses, marketing departments say, hey, look, I've got too much other stuff to do. I can't do that. You can, okay? Often within a marketing department, you're going to have maybe 5 employees within that team. One of them's going to be a designer. Yeah. One of them's going to be a writer. So what you say is to your writer, hey, I need 500 words a week on a topic. Here's a list of topics we want, or topics we're going to be wanting written, and write it on a Friday afternoon when things are slow and you're slowing down for the day or the week. Write 20 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be a long post if it's quality content. Producing a video, produce a batch video, so you one afternoon a month, and you create 4 videos. So therefore you've got 1 video a week to go out. Planning and getting your team working together to create content is going to do one important thing to you. You're going to go and get your followers seeing you more, and that means more views on your website, more views on social media, more likes, more comments, more shares, growing and increasing your following, and you're going to hopefully get more customers. And that is what at the end of the day that you want, and more leads to your website. And to be honest, and I say this to marketing teams, I've worked in marketing teams in business before, forget the meetings that you do every week, which just don't really don't need to be there, and concentrate on really what marketing is about. And that is getting your message out there. And how do you do that? Content creation and posting it. I hope that you found these strategies interesting, and I hope that you're going to go out there and start using them to grow your Facebook page for your business. Now, if you want to learn more, we have our playlist for Facebook page growth right here. And we also have our next video. So you just have to click here. So I hope you found this interesting today, and I hope that you've got some great strategies you can go off and use to grow your Facebook page for your business. And I thank you very much for watching today, and have a great day.